evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome back you to the second series of our discussions. Today we are going to deal with the new topic for the three levels, starting with level 2, mathematics. The topic will be data handling, statistic. Each and every country needs a statistician. Statistician is the general one. The general statistician is the backbone of the country. Why do we need such a person? That person is very important economically for the country as well as politically. That person is going to see how many is the cake, the national cake, gonna be shared amongst different sections of the society. So statistics is quite interesting in that it has got a lot of information. You need to do a lot of theory. It's the easiest of all topics I would have to encounter. That's why I introduce that one to my students and encourage them that the topic is easy and it is the first topic they should answer so that they put the points in the pocket. Why do I say so? Because as long as you are organized and you're smart and clean, you will find that the formula which you use to find any other data which is needed or any other statistic, for instance, the mean, the minimum, we shall discuss a lot about them before I preempt what is it all about. So at level 2, the student, maybe they've done statistic at a lower level whereby they are given information, raw data. With that raw data, they will just group it in a ascending order or descending order. Then they divide, find the lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and so forth to have the 5-number summary. Now at this stage, we would like to discourage them because you are given so much information to deal with. So putting those numbers in a straight line, then finding and dividing them, that would be impossible if your sample would be greater than 100, for instance. Even if 100, that would be too much data we need. So in this case, we actually instruct them and urge them to use formulae which are we're gonna preempt as we attack the topic practically. So at this level 2, the topic number 2, I take it number 2, we have already talked about numbers. They have talked of sequences and series. Sequences whereby you have terms which have got something in common, like a common difference. At this time, common difference being arithmetic progression or geometrical progression, depending on which syllabus each and every person in different countries enrolled in. So what we'll do is tell them that we are dealing with information, raw data, so that you could be able to find measures of central tendency of ungrouped data. This data is discrete, like dogs. How many dogs do you have in a farm? How many animals and so forth? Those objects which are, I have explained in the introduction that they are discrete. So we should look at the mean, the mode, and the median using the formula we are given at this level, so to make the things easier for them. That was the first objective as far as data handling is concerned. I like this topic because it's a lot of information. It's easy, but you have to be very patient and show the desire to deal with information at a larger scale. Because they are given information, you save the information to be put into readable and easy informatory data. Now the second aspect in data handling at level 2 will be to look at the measures of dispersion. How much is your information displaced from one place to the other? Measures of dispersion. For instance, we need to know about the range. What is the range? Maximum minus minimum. That's the range of your data. It's just a symbol this time. So we encourage them to actually understand interquartile range, the same interquartile range. All these questions are going to be seen and using the formula in the practical aspect. I'm really happy and I'm glad that we are having the second topic on our theoretical sessions, because when we are going to have the practical ones, as we know, practical is actually in relation to theory. You can't have practice silently. You have actually to put the theory. So it is going to be like a double session for the theory. So the ranges, we need to tell the students these are the measures of dispersion. And quartiles, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and percentiles. And actually explain that even if it's a quartile, it's the 25th percentile, because a quarter of 100 is 25. 50th percentile is the median, which we call the median. So this formula is going to be discussed the same way as we do. If you are asked to find the 60th percentile, you should deal the same way as you are dealing with the quarter, because the formula is the same. So we have to be very specific to the students when we are dealing with such information. Now, given any information, the students should be able to group to put data and group data in their frequency distribution table. We know how many 6 have that, doing the tally and the frequency. It's very important at this level that you should actually tell students that if your sample size n is 30, you should not have less than 30 or more than 30 at the end of your investigation. Because the business of the statistician is to make sure the numbers are correct. Because numbers don't lie. If you try to impose them, they will actually embarrass you at the end of the mission. So frequency distribution tables or tally charts will be dealt with at a length. This topic is short and straight to the point because we are dealing with something which is tangible. We also need to actually start with the students how we to present those information through bar and compound graphs. We have to be very specific on that particular information. So bar and compound charts, will do that as a fourth objective in this aspect. Then we should be able to construct the stem and leaf plots. The stem and leaf plots, whereby we need to tell the student that they should always put a scale. If it is 60, you should put your, or 60 and 61. You have to put the scale and say your stem is 6, your leaves will start from 0 and 1, and so forth. So that the students should be able to group those numbers accordingly. That's the idea of that. Ascending order or the stem and leaf, there shouldn't be any difference. And they shouldn't be confused either. So stem and leaf graph is very important in this aspect. Then we need to actually draw histograms. Histograms at this stage, whether the group data or ungroup data, we should be very explicit to them when the difference between continuous data and discrete data, because the continuous data is some, for instance, the age. You want to enroll students or young pupils to a preschool. The age, say the age is 7. A child who is 6.5 years is almost in that group. Because if you want to actually leave him stay the next year, he will be over age. So we need to put those groups, taking into account those particular elements or data which we put into that. So once students are able to draw a histogram, they would be able now to find the frequency polygon within the midpoint of the histogram. It is very easy and straightforward. Then last but not least of the frequency polygon, then we have pie charts, and that will be the end of the objective for level 2. It's very simple, straightforward. I think we are gonna not spend so much time on this particular topic, and I will be forwarding as well done exercises as we shall discuss. I don't know, the response you is dependent on how much information I have here and how much you put forward to me. So these are some of the basics we need to talk about. So I think we are going to be meeting very soon to continue with this particular data handling. The topic do not change. It's data handling from level 2, level 3. It's only the content which is actually changing in intensity and to level, as we shall see in our series. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the level 3 session.